Hello, hello, hello. Good evening, and welcome to Timmy Talks. I'm Timmy. I hope everybody has had a wonderful day. My day was okay, but I wanted to come to you all tonight and talk to you about. Let's see how I can title it. What would you do in this circumstance? So, I told you we're going to talk about any topic. Every topic is up for discussion. So tonight I want to talk to you all about something that I saw on the internet, right? So, and this is Plain Kisses. Shout out to me. Okay, anyway. So I saw something on the internet that kind of grabbed my attention, and I had to pray before I commented because I told you I stay over on this side, what I can control. So anyway, so I've seen these stories before also, but it was very, 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 very disturbing. I'll tell you what it was. So, in a certain circumstance, if you was dating someone or talking to someone and you wanted to be married, as a woman, we women, men, like I told y'all before, I am more spiritual than I'm anything. A man that finds a wife finds a good thing and obtains favor from God. So, however, this particular story, this lady proposed to this man. Now, granted, like I said, I've seen this before. It's been circling around on the internet years and years ago. I saw one just recently where they were on a trip to Disney World, and both of them, the man and the woman, were about to propose to one another. Yeah, it didn't sit right with me either, but yeah, that's okay. So, but this particular story that I just saw yesterday, this lady was around this man. They were looked like they were out eating somewhere at a dinner, and she starts her speech with your I got approval from your mother, your sister, your something else and something else. And then I didn't know what was going on, I'm just watching it. So then I hear her say, now I didn't hear anything. She gets down and I'm like, what's taking place? She gets down on the knee and opens a box. Now the guy is sitting there. He got his hand on his face like he's shamed, and like he crying or something, I would imagine. And then she asks him the question and he obliges. He said yes. So the people in the background, whoever was filming, she set the bar high. She did like, no. If I have never seen desperation, that was a big example to me. Man, what are you doing? What are you doing? And I'm still a nugget right here. He will not marry you. If you know, you know. Anyway, what are you doing as women in today's society? You got to let the man be the one chasing you and wanting to marry you. That's the way God designed it. He didn't say go out here and be guilty. Thought I had it on, decide I'm gonna do what it is that I want to do. Wrong. It's two left shoes. So my thing is that where have we come as women to get on a knee and propose to a man in 2024? No, darling, heart, God does not like that. He is not pleased. That was not no big deal. You didn't do nothing good. Because here is the thing. How I felt, when I saw it. You're reversing the roles as man and wife. So you gonna be the man, he gonna be the woman. Now these look like two heterosexual people. Look like a woman that was born a woman, like a man. But we in 2024, so I'm not sure, and I'm not here to even negate that fact. I'm just talking about the whole being of her being a woman, getting on a knee. Now, a bad knee probably. Bless her heart. Asking a man for his hand in marriage. That's horrible. Where are we as a society, as women, being single in your singleness, that you think that that's okay? It's not. So I guess my question is, what would you do? Would you propose to your man if y'all been dating for so long and he haven't popped the question? Absolutely not. You better not. I tell people or share with some people that know me personally, when my husband and when my husband asked to marry me, yes, he did. Now, he's not a type of man that's he don't do things for, he's not going to, it wasn't no big drawn out thing. And I'm the type of woman that's not even necessary for me, because my personal opinion, when you get to showing, what's the word I'm looking for? Like a proposal in front of a lot of people, whatever the word is, the word, a public proposal, with the big things and the big surprise. Now I get it. Some of them are very cute. Some of them, the women did not know, but it's a conversation has been had. A conversation has been had. The women showing up looking all kind of ways and don't know where you're going. Y'all talked about, which is fine. Which is fine. If that's your drive, that's your thing, that's how you want to be, that's your thing. My proposal was not like that. My first one wasn't like that, and neither was my second one. It was just you're going to be my wife? Will you marry me? That's what he said. And of me, of course. Anyway, so my thing is that I dated, I was single for 7 years. Something about that number 7, but we'll go back. We'll talk about that on another day. So, and when I say I was single, because some people say, you ain't have a man for 7 years. It was longer than that. No. If you know, you know. But anyway, we'll talk about that on another day. So, when I decided to be single, that's another thing. Some people let people make decisions for them. I make my own decisions for myself. Yes, I was dumb. Yes, I've done some things that I wouldn't recommend nobody else to do. But, however, here I am now. And even in those days, as a single woman, I would have never got on a knee and asked a man to marry me. Ever. We could have been together for 20 years and not married. I'm not asking you to marry me. Would I look like a fool? Absolutely not. That's not acceptable. That's not, and as women, that is like the lowest thing that you can do. And women, we already be, charged up for doing some things, taking some stuff off of men that we shouldn't. And y'all gonna add to this, proposing to a man? They don't have nothing. And y'all better not be getting married in no church. Because that's not the way God designed marriage. For a woman to go be looking for a man. That's you're out of order, sister. And if it work for you. That's your business. I don't have nothing to do with that. I ain't got a dog in a fight. But I'm telling you how you looked as opposed to the way God said it should be. So anyway, so my thing is, would you ask a man to marry you? I'll wait. And again, y'all need to bring y'all sister, cousin, friends over here and tell them what's going on. Because I told y'all it's free. But anyway. So why... and they was clapping. Ooh, yeah, girl, she did that. Oh, you did that. I would never. No, because it's not going to last. And it's not going to, now it may work a little while, but eventually he going to get tired of you. He didn't want to marry you. He did not want to marry you, girl. If he wanted to marry you, he would have asked to marry you. He would have asked you to marry him. He wouldn't have let you, wouldn't. And here's the thing. I even think that a man with common sense or with some sense or with some God in him or with some type of character, even if they had a woman that would thought that less of herself, because that's what it has to be, to ask them to marry. If he was a good man, if he was about anything, he would have said, no, I won't marry you, but will you marry me? Anything to take the roles and reverse that and take that off that woman because you was out of order, darling. That's not gonna be good. Y'all can go look on Google. It's on Google. I don't do the share the screen and show you go find it yourself. We're just gonna talk about it over here. And so my thing is that, where are we as women in being single? I haven't been single for a very long time. I've been married. It'll be 5 years next month. Thank you, God. Because that's all it is God. Not next month. I'm sorry. March. I'm already thinking it's February because this is the 25th. So I'm thinking it's February. So yeah, in March 16th, I'll be married 5 years. And have mercy. Have mercy, God. because somebody should have told me. When you, marriage is a beautiful thing. It's a good thing. God is, as long as you keep God in your marriage, you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. Now, is it going to be good every day? No. Sometimes it might take days, 3-4 days. However, but what I have learned that in a marriage is two people. That's it, just two. Coming as one. Trying to get along down here on this earth. Down here on this earth. You got different personalities. You got different, backgrounds of where they come from, how they were raised, what matters to one, what doesn't matter to the other. And you're coming together cohesively trying to live in love like God wanted to be. And it can be hard sometimes. I've had things, in my marriage, but, we'll talk about that another time, but nothing like drastic like that. But I mean, as far as trying to live with another human being, that's just, and I'm talking about live and thrive and grow in your marriage, not just waking up, just being married and just, no, I'm talking about if you really married and you really committed to your significant other, your other half, your spouse should be, not your significant other, your husband or your wife. It's going to be trials. It's going to be things that it's not going to always be easy, but it's going to be worth it. And, I thank God for my husband. I'm sure he thanks God for me too. But I mean, what I'm saying is that I would have never, if I was single, if we would have been dating, because trust me, we had a conversation before he asked me to marry him. What were your goals? What do you aspire to be? What do you see yourself in this? Y'all have to have these conversations with people. You have to ask them, what do you want to do in the next 5 years? Where do you want to be? We can't just be doing this to just be doing this. At the end of the day, I'm not here to talk about sin. I'm not here to talk about nobody personal, like what you do in that's your business. But I'm talking about the way God orchestrated it for man and woman. So to be living, honoring God, to be married as man and woman. So if you're dating someone, date with a purpose. What are we doing? Date for a purpose. But what I don't want you to do, sister or brother, is be just going through the motions. So anyway, but don't ask that man to marry you, because he's not going to marry her. I mean, she may plan this big extravagant wedding. She's going to have all her sister cousins in it, the people that, in the back recording. I got to go back and see what the occasion was for. And if I find out, I'll probably put it in the comments, or if y'all find out, Tim, put it in the comments so I can see, because I couldn't tell if it was a birthday dinner or I don't know what was going on. I know it was a lot. And I know when I saw her go down on her knee, that was it for me. I was sitting here staring at that computer. I was like, I know you lying. That's exactly what I said. Because I couldn't believe it. I could not believe it. I have never seen it, but I've seen it, in other countries, in Africa, Ethiopia, different countries. That's the way their culture is. Google it, look it up, do the research for yourself. That's how they are. They want their women bowing to them and hey, please don't do, no, not on this side. No, we're not doing that. We're not doing that. We're going to wait until that man finds that wife. Now, will they get married? I don't think they will. I have to look it up to make sure, but I don't think they will, because I don't think that he wants to. He would have been married, because I don't even know the circumstances, like how long they've been together. But I don't care, 6 months to a year, whatever it is, 5 years. A woman should not be asking for a man's hand in marriage. She's going against everything God says about marriage. And what I was going to say in the beginning, because I got a little ADHD. What I was going to say is that by her proposing to him, she's taking the lead role in the marriage as the man and him as the woman. So let's just say they do get married, and now you're the head. Y'all doing your own thing. Y'all doing what y'all want to do over there. So maybe you the one that works. Maybe he doesn't work. Maybe you're the provider, which is that's work for your house. That work for your house. However, but if you're the provider, you're taking on the man's role of being the head and, you know, being this, being that. So is he at home cooking? Is he cleaning? Is he, does he work? What, you make all the decisions. It's not decisions he's following you. How y'all doing that over there? It's very interesting to me. I shared with a friend of mine years and years ago, long time ago, when I was a single woman. And, being a single woman, I'm not a single woman anymore, but while I was being a single woman, I had a few married friends. Some men, some women. And I always was curious of how I would be when I got married. Always. So I know I'm gonna be a good wife. I'm gonna do this, I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna keep my marriage. This, I'm gonna keep my marriage. Some of it just be lip service. Because when you're single, you yearn for something so much that you've got this pre-notion of what it'll be once you obtain it. And it's the total opposite. It's the total opposite. If you're married, you can let me know. You can tell your sister, cousin to let me know down there. It's the total opposite. So, I guess I just want to know, like, why would she do that? I don't understand it for me. We have to have some type of morals and character as women. Like, we cannot be that desperate. Cause that bothered me all morning. I was just like, I said, that's what I'm gonna talk about. I'm like, I can't believe it. Like, okay, so if you're single out there, or and you're waiting on that man, or you're waiting on that woman, just wait. Now, while you're waiting, be intentional. Don't be just dating her just to be dating her to reap whatever benefits that you're getting. And don't be just dating him to reap whatever benefits that you get. If you acquire or you want to honor God and be a wife and be a husband, carry yourself as such. So then once you get those, like I said, it's not going to be so easy, but it won't be that hard either. Because it's something that you've been waiting for and praying about. And then pray. In everything, pray. Please. Please. Because I'm telling you, if you don't, you'll be listening to different kind of voices and different kind of the internet, social media, seeing what everybody else is doing, and you think that that's something that you want to do. No. Because I promise you, while I was single and I was saying, like, I had those friends, I used to always say, when I get a husband, I'm gonna do this. When I get a husband, I'm gonna do that. No ma'am, no ham, no turkey, no bacon. It was the total opposite. Because what I thought, I ain't gonna tell you what I thought, but anyway, we'll talk about that another day. But I'm just saying, like, y'all, we got to, no, we're not getting on our knees, asking a man to marry us. Not in 2024. You don't have to have a big proposal. It could be two adults making a decision. Go to God first. Ask God, is this my husband? Is this my wife? Even after my husband asked me to marry him, I was just like, yeah. The planning of it, all the family that I was going to see, becoming his wife, and all of that was exciting for me. It really was. But when all of the noise quieted down and it was just me and him, it was different. It was different. Not in a bad way, but it was different. And we'll talk about that another day. But the first year of a marriage is, if you don't already live together and you're coming to live together, it can be a big thing. I don't know if you want to say unfortunately or fortunately. Either way, I don't judge me, judge your mama. We were living together before we were married. So it was not like we had to bring everything together, and now we're deciding how we're going to live together, you know, like trying to learn each other. No, we were already living together. We hadn't been living together that long. Let me see, we got married in 19, and I think we moved together in 18. So we had been living together for maybe 6 months. 6 months. But we dated. He dated me. We went on dates every Wednesday. So, weekends he was off, weekends I was off. We always were together, this is before we moved together. But even when we were dating before we got married, we dated, And then the first year, it was just like a honeymoon. And everybody said, "You're supposed to be on your honeymoon." I was for maybe a year and a half. And then I was just like the boat. But we'll talk about that another day. But anyway, so I guess what my word is going to be to you all, to encourage you, if you are single, if you do want to be married. Some women, and I want to talk about this right quick. What I realized, everybody doesn't want to be married. And that's the truth, the God honest truth. Everybody doesn't want to be married. They're fine right where they are. And for me, I'm not going to say it's a problem, but I get it. I get it. I understand it. However, I just feel like, what are we doing? So, but everybody doesn't. They don't want to be a wife. Some people have been married and now are divorced for whatever reason, and they do not want to be married again. Some women women and men has been married and are divorced, or don't want to be married again, or do acquire, want to be with be married again, be a husband, or be a wife. Whatever the circumstances, whatever the situation is. Some people do, some people don't. Like, I have a neighbor, a couple of neighbors, a couple of friends, later was my neighbor, but she's not married, and I think she is absolutely fine. She's single, I think, though, but I don't know if I would not want to not be married, and I've been married before, and my thing is, the way I believe in it, the way I, saved and saved by grace, thank you God. Marriage is just that, marriage until death do us apart. Now, people be divorced for certain reasons. Some people get divorced for abuse. Some people are divorced for infidelity. Some people get divorced because they woke up one morning and they don't want to be married no more. I get it. Some people was arranged to be married or put together and don't want to be together. I get it. That's how it is for some people. But me, I feel like, if at the age that I am now, and as long as I've been married, I've been married. I am married, rather. Lord Jesus Christ. Lord damn. I'm married. So I plan to be married until I leave here or my husband leaves here. No matter what we go through, or what comes in the years, up until those times. But that's the way I feel about marriage, until death do us apart. So I just feel like, what is it that you all think that made this lady get on her knee? And I ain't got bad knees, but did you hear that correct? Mm-hmm. I've been sitting down, so that's another reason to get up and stretch. So yeah, I'm not getting shy, because quiet as it's kept, or loud as it is, my husband didn't get on no knee. And I would probably just as tickled if I was to see, get up off that floor. But I'm just saying, no. So that, that's not how it was. It was he asked me, but he did not get on his one knee. I'll tell you about the proposal a while, and I'll tell you another secret. But yeah, no, we ain't doing that over here. We're not trying to perform. We're trying to really live in reality, in real life. Nah, granted, they have people that get these big lavish proposals again. I go back to that. That ain't my style. I like to be in bed. When it comes to something like that. When it comes to talking, I want to be sitting here talking to you. But again, I just want to say, if you are single And you do want to be married one day. You do want to be a wife one day. That's a desire of your heart. Ask God. I kissed a couple of frogs before I got a prince or king, you know. And that's life. That's life. I ain't kissed that many, but I kissed enough. And I was like, God, now I know what you said in your word, you know, but hey, where you at? Getting a little up in age, you. But our time, it's not on our time. It's always on God's time. Because I feel like had I gotten married when I got engaged, when I was up in my 20s, I think I was in my 20s, yeah, I probably would have been divorced. I might not even be living. But that's another story too, for another day. We'll talk about that too. I'm not going to say like not living, but I mean free. If you know what I mean. So, you know, everything I feel like has happened to me in my life has been what God wanted for my life. And I thank God for that. So, again, baby, in 2024, get off your knees. Don't ask no man to marry you, because I'm gonna find that thing. And if y'all find it, let me know. But I don't think they're gonna be married. I mean, they may get married and and they look like they was from the country. Like they was country. And I hope they're not from Louisiana or Mississippi. Nowhere close to me, because that was embarrassing. That was embarrassing. Girl, you set us back about I don't know how many years. Sis, you shouldn't have done that. Sister. Get up off the floor. If I would have been... Nah, I got friends. I got a lot of friends. And they know me, baby. I would... Girl, get up. What are you doing? Be like, She fell and hit herself. She wasn't finna say that. Girl, I be dragging her out of there. We not doing that. Not on my watch. That was desperation to a whole nother level. Like, I ain't like that. Not at all. Not at all. But again, if y'all find it, you could, you know, and put it down in the things, you know, where you get the right and talk back to me and I talk to you. So yeah, put it right there and I'll see it. And I'm just how y'all feel about that. Would y'all want a woman? Would y'all men? Would you want a woman to propose to you? And women, would you propose to your man? And how would life look for you all? Would you be the husband and he be the wife? Or you be the wife husband? Or he be the husband? I don't know. I'm not trying to change nothing. I don't know. I mean, what would that look like? If I was a man, but I'm not, I wouldn't want a woman to propose to me. I'd be like, get up. What are you doing? No, we're not ready. You know something. He just said he had something over his face and acting like he's so shy. What is going on? I ain't like that at all. I didn't think that was nice at all. And they clapping. Y'all go find the video. Find the video. You can either put it in here or I find it in their names or whatever. And if you see this, darling, I'm going to call you darling because I know you're delicate. If you see this, honey, I don't know how long y'all have been together because I ain't get all the backstory. But just the picture of you getting on one knee asking this man to marry you, saying you didn't got approval from the mom. I think she said the mama, the sister, the cousin. Some she said, I didn't hear all the names, but they said yes or something. They will. And I bet you they single. Because if they were married, they would have never... wait a minute. I take that back. If they cared about her, or if they loved her, they would have never let her embarrass herself. They would have like, baby, he not ready. If he hadn't asked you, he not ready. Just wait a little while longer. Ain't nothing wrong with waiting. I would have never asked that man to marry me. He would not marry you. Well, you know, that's all I have for today. I want to talk about that. And I'll see y'all next week. But I do want to let you know this. Take the first step in faith. You don't have to see the whole staircase. Just take the first step. And no one said that better than Martin Luther King Jr. It's his birthday month. So, yeah, take a step. Like, you don't have to see the whole picture. But just Step out there. But not on your knee, asking a man to marry you. Don't do that, girl. I'll see y'all on next Tuesday.